I like stuff like this. Yeah. Y'all gonna like this. And I found it. I'm really happy about this. Now I got to put this thing on vibrate. What do we have here? Who is that? Oh, Asiatic Unk Kwakulu. Yeah, come on with it. I hope that y'all can see what's going on in the world today. I'm glad to be with y'all. Link Andrew, good to see you. Wish I had a pic or an avatar or something. Ismail El Bay. You know that we rocking and we brothers. William Frank. Woo! Come on with it. Share it on up, because this is how we grow. Now we have a group. The group is Moorish American Consulate Central of Mexham. You enter the group and you're going to get all this documentation, these truths and these teachings. Everything is for everybody. All the information, step by step, process by process. People love us enough to sow into us, and that sowing gives us the ability to give everything to everybody. This is H.R. 5404, Islam Familia. A bill in the House of Representatives. See, we close to that date. April, May, June, July, about 4 months out. This is to define the dollar as a fixed weight of gold. Mr. Mooney of West Virginia introduced the following bill, which was referred to the Committee on Financial Services, to define the dollar bill as a fixed weight of gold. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Section 1 findings. Congress finds the following. The United States dollar has lost 30% of its purchasing power since 2000 and 96% of its purchasing power since the end of the gold standard in 1913. Under the Federal Reserve's 2% inflation objective, the dollar loses half of its purchasing power every generation, or 35 years. Hello, that's what I'm talking about, William Mosley. Now, James Traficant in 1935 said Federal Reserve notes are not money. Now, if we see this bill in 2018, after James Traficant said Federal Reserve notes are not money, y'all know that it's out the door. That's why I don't have a problem asking the Moors for anything. Energy, fiat, treasure, land, time, talent. It's all resource. And they use it as an illusion to trick you. You're supposed to be circulating it in your community so you could purchase commodities and seeds and land and the things you need to build. If you buying anything else, purchasing things that have no material goods or values that can't increase you as an individual. Oh, please hear me right now. I'm feeling like preaching. If you do not buy and purchase seeds and land and gold and commodities and precious metals, things that can grow, we're going to be dead. King Alfred, Rex 84, you research that, right around the corner. It's happening right now. American families need long-term price stability to meet their household spending needs, save money, and plan for retirement. The Federal Reserve policy of long-term inflation has made American manufacturing uncompetitive, raising the cost of United States manufactured goods by more than 40% since 2000, compared to less than 20% in Germany and France. Between 2000 and 2010, United States manufacturing employment shrunk by 1/3, after holding steady for 30 years at nearly 20 million jobs. The American economy needs a stable dollar, fixed exchange rate, and money supply controlled by the market, not the government. Controlled by the market. Who is the market? You're the market. You control everything by the way that you choose to govern or manage. The word work in Hebrew is manage, the way you manage your resources. Well, what is the best way to do with your resources? Group economics. In our group, every last person is putting all of their gifts, their businesses in trust. They're no longer LLCs. They're no longer being taxed. They're no longer going to have any type of control from the service corporation. We're going to put all of those gifts in those companies and those resources together in one group, and we're going to serve our own people with our own gifts. More scientists, that's what we call ourselves. We should be in the lab whipping up some things, baby. Come on. All right, now, don't get me started. The American economy needs a stable dollar, fixed exchange rates, and money supply controlled by the market, not the government. The gold standard puts control of the money supply with the market instead of the Federal Reserve. The gold standard meets legal tender defined by and convertible into a certain quantity of gold. Under the gold standard through 1913, the United States economy grew at an average of, what we talking about? 4%. 1/3 larger than the growth rate since then and twice the level since 2000. The International Gold Exchange Standard from 1914 to 1971 did not provide for a United States dollar convertible into gold and therefore helped cause the Great Depression and stagflation. And wrong answer. Pause. Let me tell you what caused the Great Depression and stagflation. Prophet Noble Drew Ali nationalizing the entire empire and all of the Moors getting off the service corporation, being independent and serving and take care of one another and putting all their resources into one another. That's how everything got bankrupt. That's how they was mad. The Great Depression happened because all of the Moors were nationalizing and doing what they had to do. It's called a reversion of estate. They told the United States Corporation they will no longer be surety for their corporation. The surety is you on the stock market and your commodities, your colorable instruments being traded on the stock market for goods or for fiat, or whatever they're getting from using your name. That's why you ain't never supposed to reveal that all caps name to nobody. Come on with it. The Federal Reserve trickle-down policy of expanding the money supply with no demand for it has enriched the owners of financial assets, but endangered the jobs, wages, and savings of blue-collar workers. Restoring American middle-class property requires change in monetary policy authorized in Congress in Article 1, Section 8, Clause 5 of the Constitution. Section 2. Define the dollars in terms of gold. Effective 30 months after the date of enactment of this act, the Secretary of Treasury in this act referred to as the Secretary shall define the dollar in terms of fixed weight of gold based on that day's closing market price of gold, and Federal Reserve Bank shall make Federal Reserve notes exchangeable with gold at the statutory gold definition of the dollar. Oh, for real, for real? Okay. Disclosure of holding. During the 30-month period following the date enactment of this act, the United States government shall take timely and responsible steps to disclose all of its holdings of gold, together with a contemporaneous report of any United States governmental purchases or sales, thus enhancing the ability of the market and of market participants to arrive at the fixed dollar gold parity in an orderly fashion. Now, all you nationals, please, do a reversionary of estate. It says that you no longer want to be surety or are surety. Your straw man is no longer surety for the United States Service Corporation. That's what it tells them. And if they're caught using your name, you can lien them. Love you very much. North American Consulate Central and Amunra. That's the name of my estate. Amunra. Be with you very soon. We're going to keep on teaching and giving the prophet spirit what it wants. Schools, buses, transportation, a printing press. Prophet Noble Drew Ali wanted these things, and that's what we're working for. Love you very much. Thank you for building with me. I'll be back to you soon. Woo! Come on with it. Yeah.